Hi viewers, welcome to Fund Review. This is a video on the performance analysis of Axis Blue Chip Fund. This fund is basically an open-ended equity fund. We are going to discuss about the various aspects of this fund including its past performance. Now let's jump into the video. Viewers, the investment objective of this particular fund is to achieve long-term capital appreciation, and it is going to be achieved by investing in a diversified portfolio predominantly consisting of equity and equity related securities of large cap companies. So basically blue chip companies are those companies that are well established and they have sound business practices, and these companies typically have a track record of producing good financial returns even in adverse conditions. Viewers, now it's time to discuss some numbers with the fund overview. We are seeing here an asset under management of rupees 33,154 crores, which is a very high number, and it shows the goodwill of investors. And thanks to this higher asset under management, you are seeing a very low expense ratio, which is 1.65. And these four ratios are quantitative indicators of the performance of this mutual fund. And the numbers that I have mentioned within parentheses represent the category averages, which are the values of average values of other mutual funds in the same category. So the expense ratio value eats up a part of your returns that you take home. So having a lower expense ratio is any day good. And as far as this fund is concerned, it's very low, 1.65 compared to its category average, which is at 2.16. So portfolio turnover ratio shows you the frequency at which the stocks or securities are bought and sold by the fund manager of this particular fund. And in this fund, it stands at 0.45, very low compared to the category average, which stands at 1.55. Having a higher portfolio turnover ratio in turn affects your expense ratio. Higher portfolio turnover ratio means higher expense ratio, and higher expense ratio implies lower returns. So having a portfolio turnover ratio is good for you to have higher returns, and in this case it's very low. 0.45 is excellent number, and it is one of the major highlights of this Axis Blue Chip Fund. And standard deviation here is marginally high, and I would say it's negligible, the difference compared with the category average value. So standard deviation is the extent to which the actual returns of the fund varies with the average returns or the expected returns of the fund based on historical data. So as we had discussed earlier, this fund predominantly invests in large cap funds which are subjected to volatility. So this bit of difference is, I would say, negligible, but we have to see whether the volatility or the risk we are taking is worth, and that we are going to analyze with the Sharpe ratio. So Sharpe ratio is basically a risk-weighted returns ratio. It basically quantifies how much returns you are yielding or generating for every additional unit of risk that you are taking by investing in this particular fund. Which again, in this particular fund, the category average is 0.68, but this fund is able to achieve this number 0.94, which means compared to its peer funds, this particular fund is able to generate more returns for every additional unit of risk that we are taking by investing in this fund. So overall, the numbers are very good, and this particular fund is a good to go, especially in this category of blue chip mutual funds. This is one of the best funds, I would suggest. Again, you have to consider your own risk appetite and your personal financial goals. If they are in line with the with this investment objective, I think you have to go for it. And now we are going to do the fund performance with the help of benchmark analysis. The benchmark here is Nifty 50 TRI. And if you see these three categories, 3 years, 5 years, and since inception, the fund has been constantly outperforming the benchmark values. As you see here, the differences are quite high, like 14.61%, while the fund does give you an annualized returns of 18 percentage, and here it's like close to 2.5 percentages, and here also the difference is considerably high. So it has been constantly outperforming the benchmark, except in this 1 year timeline. And as you see, this data is as on September 30, 2021. And for the past 1 year, Nifty 50 has been predominantly bullish, crossing the 16,000 mark like anything. So, keeping this aside, I think the fund has been constantly outperforming the benchmark, which is a good sign. And when we are going for investment in large cap companies, we have to look at the long term returns. In that scenario, the fund has been constantly outperforming the benchmark, which is a good sign. Now let's proceed further to discuss about the other indicators. Now coming to the portfolio analysis, so these five sectors, they contribute more than 75% of the investment. Financial services followed by IT, consumer service, consumer goods, and pharma. Although the portfolio is not perfectly diversified, I would say it's fairly diversified. As we had seen earlier in a balanced advantage fund, the portfolio was widely diversified, but this is good. I won't say this is bad. This is a fairly diversified portfolio where the investment is shared among these five sectors. Again, within these sectors, the major chunk of investment is going to be on large cap companies, so you can expect capital appreciation in the long term. And viewers, the purpose of discussing the top holdings in this mutual fund is to have an idea about the risk diversification. And as you can see here, the most of the companies mentioned over here are large cap companies, and they are like what to say, kind of too big to fail. Just have a quick glance at these companies just to ensure that the risk is diversified. But rest assured that if you are going to keep yourself invested for a long period of time, you are sure to beat inflation and have good returns with you. So this is going to be the investment strategy of this fund. It's like the scheme will always endeavor to remain to be invested in equity and equity related instruments that we had discussed earlier. But at the same time, depending upon market conditions, the scheme also has the flexibility to invest across various market capitalization spectrum like mid cap and small cap. So this depends upon market conditions. And at the same time, the scheme will also invest in diverse portfolio that we had discussed earlier, the portfolio and the top holdings, which is fairly diverse of strong growth companies, which are basically the blue chip companies with sustainable business models. Viewers, here the exit load categorization is a very typical one. If you're going to redeem your units after 365 days of investment, you're not going to attract any exit loads. And within 365 days, if you're going to redeem less than 10% of your units, in that case also you're not going to attract any exit loads. And within 365 days, if you're going to redeem more than 10% of your investments, then you are going to attract an exit load of 1%. So this is a very typical exit load scheme. Yes, these are the advantages of investing in this fund. So the investment is predominantly going to be in those companies with strong business models and having large market capitalization, means large companies basically. And the blue chip stocks are generally, they are highly liquid, they are frequently traded, and they have sound business models as we had discussed earlier, and they are capable of delivering long-term consistent returns. And viewers, generally, equity as an asset class has the potential to beat inflation, and they can this equity asset class can generate a long-term wealth for you. So the key here is to keep yourself invested for a long period of time to see any capital appreciation. So viewers, apart from the general market risks of investing in a mutual fund, these are the additional risks which we can envisage. So in the short term, the fund may give low returns, and this is applicable for investment in any large cap companies. And you can avoid or mitigate this risk by keeping yourself invested for a long term, at least 3 to 5 years. And if you want to see real capital appreciation, I would suggest you to keep yourself invested for say 7 to 10 years. Then you can see beat the inflation and see some really good returns. So viewers, this fund is a good choice to invest in large cap categories. Again, you have to check the alignment of your own personal goals and risk taking capacity along with the investment objective of this particular fund. If the alignment is in line, you can go for this fund. And I hope this performance analysis video helps you to take learned decision for investment. If you have any suggestions, please mention in the comment box. I'll be happy to have a look into that. Thanks very much. See you on the next video.